Hello and welcome back to Takahitsu Gaming. So today I'm going to bring you to a game called Himeko Sutori, and this game I have found is absolutely fantastic. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. The thing that makes this game different is each character that you get essentially has the same potential as almost every single character in the game. Your main heroes are a little bit bigger, but it's a fantastic game. So just be forewarned, unlike some of my other games, I will not attempt to voice act in this one because the first three characters are female, and, well, in case you haven't noticed, I don't have a very feminine voice. I can't really imitate them very well. Aya, what's the matter? All is well. I'm just winded. I ran all the way up here. Can you stand, little sister? Yes, I think so. Good. Now can you walk? Use the WASD or arrow keys to move. Left click or click the spacebar to close this window. So, this game is basically a lot like a standardized RPG, except that from the way it looks to me, they took the combat system from Suikoden, like not the more modern ones, but I'm talking like the old Suikoden, Suikoden 1, Suikoden 2, and they made it the entire premise of the game. And to me, that is absolutely fantastic. Those are games that I enjoyed as a child growing up, and they have a very close and special place in my heart. This game, on the other hand, rather than just reminding me of that, has also, I have found, has a lot of tactics and more adult gameplay to it. Good. You can look around pushing Q and E to move the camera, use the mouse scroll wheel to zoom in and out, or if you're left-handed, you can use the delete and the page down to rotate the camera. In large open spaces and during combat, you can move the camera. In smaller areas, you usually would not be able to move the camera. Where have you been, little sister? We've been tearing the castle apart looking for you. Oh no, does Daddy know I was out? Father is still in his study. He told Master Kwame that you were... we told Master Kwame that you were in the privy. But where were you really? Well, you know those fairy flower bulbs we found? Well, it looked like this one was ready to blossom, but I needed soil from the forest. And? Well, ta-da! You snuck out to get soil for your fairy bulb to blossom. Yes, isn't she perfect? Hello! Herm woof. We're just glad you're back safely. Keep your fairy out of trouble, and please let us know where you're going in the future. Your father... you know how Father gets when he doesn't know where we are. He would assume you had just wandered into the world gate. And then we'd all be under watch for a month. There you are, young ladies. What is going on here? Come here, child. Let me take a look at you. Press spacebar and enter to close... talk to... yeah. There you are, child. Good morning, Professor Kwame. I think we're ready to start our daily tasks. Yes, with a new playmate, I see. I'll pretend I don't know where she came from. Thank you, Professor Kwame. You're not going to tell Daddy, are you? His Regency hired me to tutor you, not imprison you, so as long as your adventures do not interfere with your learning, I see no reason to curtail those adventures. Thank you! Now, children, tell me what your task for this day will be. First, we need to inspect the defenses at the Crystal Tower, at the university. Then we go to market, speak to the merchants, and learn of any problems on the roads. And then when we're done, we return and tell you what we learned. Correct. And of course, His Regency has commanded me, I must remind you, do not go near the World Gate. Very well, children, that is all. Come find me in the library when you are finished to come see me if you need any help. Alright, so what we have here is our party, and the dog and little fairy follow you around all the time. You know, best friends and stuff like that. So when you go to your menu, this is all your characters. You can click on them to go into the character pages. You have lances. Now, lances are basically, this is your army. So, the first lance I usually do consists of Aya, because you have leadership points. the dog, and her fairy. Just like that. And then the second lance for now is going to be Yumi and Emi. But that's about it. Later on I'll split that up and I'll make Emi run her own lance. So the lance is your groups in battle. I mean, I already just kind of did this for you. Yeah, I think that's about all I can go over for this for now. Unlike a lot of other games I play, this one you can't say, or it doesn't have a Iron Man mode or anything of that nature. He did say he was going to help us. Okay, so when you have these glowing doors, those are the doors that you can go into. I don't think he's going to do anything. Are you done inspecting the Crystal Tower? No, not yet, Professor Kwame. Can you tell me where the tower is? It's at the university. Let me leave here, cross 2 bridges, and go to the gate between towers. Now go inspect the Crystal Tower and then return to me. Okay. So he just gives you directions. So you go into these white doors, and they're basically the other places. This is your father's study. When you come in here, you see these two guys are talking, and if you actually read it and watch it, it kind of has a little bit of a spoiler. So you talk to Captain Lucy, and he tells you that he's talking to a diplomat. You ask what they're talking about. He said, it's not my business. Now, you should go before the Regency gets mad. So your dad is the regent of a area. For all those who don't know, a regent is someone who sits on a throne when the previous king or leader has died, and the person who's supposed to step into his child is not old enough to take the throne yet. Hello, my child. Hello, child. A pleasure to see you. What brings you to the House of God today? I love the windows in here. I just wanted to come in and look at them. Your mother gifted these windows to the church. She so loved the sparkle and color in the LED light. Oh yeah. You are like her in many ways. I don't remember her very well. She left so long ago. I cannot think of a woman closer to the angels than your mother. She was beautiful, wise, and strong. The city never had a finer daimyo. And I am certain she would be proud of seeing you grown into the young woman you are now. Go in peace, my child. So for those who don't know, daimyo in ancient Japan was the title for regional lord. Or for those of you who have been watching a lot of Vikings recently, it's the title Jarl, essentially. They were kind of like the kings, essentially, of the clan. Because of the World Gate, I'm able to travel here from my home in Zagui. And other student adventurers and traders from around the world can come here to Sunrise Falls. Sometimes the Shadowlands beyond the gate can be dangerous, but probably safer than the bandits and storms in our world. Things are quiet, Ayasama. All is quiet. We should thank the Divine Emperor that our city is so peaceful. Your beautiful Yamatai city on the Kaladin mainland once saw great turmoil. But under the Divine Emperor's wisdom, we joined the Central Kingdoms. And now we are like brothers, living peacefully side by side, allied against all threats, whether from our own world or beyond the world gates. Alright. So this is the university complex. This is where the World Gate is, which you're told to stay away from, and the Crystal Tower. It's a little crowded up here, isn't it? Father wants all of us to check on the crystals. Why? What's the importance? Sounds like someone hasn't been paying attention to Professor Kwame's lessons. The crystals in the tower are important because they protect the castle. This close to a world gate space is weaker, and someone in the Shadowlands could tear a new gate into the castle. The crystals strengthen the space here so no one can gate directly into the castle. But isn't the candle and sword contingent at the gate supposed to stop Anurash's movement? That is their job, yes, but Feather doesn't want to entrust our safety to anyone else. And I really don't think he trusts Candle and Sword anyways. That's why he doesn't let them out of their headquarters and into the city. While the crystals have been inspected, they still here and still doing their job as far as I can tell. They're doing their job. How can you tell? I don't know. Don't you just feel that everything here is more solid here? Solid? I'm not sure what you mean by that. But anyway, if you're satisfied, all is well, then let's go back down. We gained experience. Tiny fragment. Now, I've actually never gone to the World Gate, so let's see what happens. World Gate. Ooh, that's kind of cool looking. we take a wrong turn? I don't think we're supposed to be here. Yeah, Dad's gonna be furious. Yumi, let's go. Wait, I think there's something strange going on. We can't leave it until I figure this out. But Daddy told us never to go near the gate. Don't you think that's odd? No. Father has us involved in every aspect of the city's defense and administration, except the World Gate. It's the whole reason there's a city here. The university, the market, even Emperor Furukawa's protection. It's only because we have a World Gate. Father is training us to rule the city, and yet we stay away from the city's most important feature. Why? It's because world gates are dangerous. Mom went through a gate and never came back. And maybe that's a reason why we should know more about the gate and not less. Yumi, let's go. I'm scared. Can't you feel that tingling coming from the gate? I want to leave. Tingling, no. But alright, sister, if you want to leave, we can leave. Well, look. So long as we're here, we may as well take a look around. Come back up when you're done. Interesting. Yes, I thought it was you. It seems the old man actually sent his daughters to spy on us. What? No, I just wanted to see the World Gate for myself. You've never even seen the World Gate? What a sheltered child. She's not exactly very nice, is she? I could either say how rude, or I say I guess so. So I'm sheltered, yeah, I suppose I am. I've never seen the World Gate before. Can you tell me about it? Very well. I see our world has connections to another world. These connections are known as world gates. On the other side of the world gates lies the Shadowlands, full of corrupt and malevolent creatures. Traveling through the Shadowlands can be dangerous, but by accessing the gates from here, you can reach nearly part. I think it's supposed to be seeing nearly every part of our world in just a day or two. Wow, anything in the world, even if it's thousands of miles away, makes no difference. The overland journey from here to Al Ramlia, for example, is 4,000 miles. But into the gate and through the Shadowlands, the journey to Al Ramlia takes a mere 2 days. I'll be keeping my eye on you. These people are not very trusting. Well, now, this is interesting. What do we have here? You must be one of the old man's daughters. I thought you weren't allowed here. You're not going to make me leave, are you? No, what do I care? I don't work for your father. I'm a scholar of the Candle and Sword. How interesting. Wow, a scholar of Candle and Sword. That sounds interesting. Tell me more. Of course, you would like to hear more. We are the most prestigious order in both knighthood and wizardry in either the Central Kingdoms or the Northern Shores. After the Gate War, all the most cunning and courageous heroes formed Candle of the Sword to guarantee that the Shadow Horrors never again come into our lands. Since then, Candle and Sword has guarded and studied every world gate in both the Central Kingdoms and the Northern Shores, and we have successfully held the Shadow Horrors away for the last 20 years. Come back when you're tired of this backward little town. Okay, so this must be their living quarters. This is a bit interesting. That's the university gate. Okay. That must be basically the way to the tower. Okay. And there's one other dude to talk to. He's right here. Running away, are we? If you're ready to leave, let me know and I'll open the gate for you. It needs to be opened? It's not open already? What? Of course it needs to be opened. And not just anyone can do it. It takes years of training. And in all the Central Kingdoms and Northern Shores, only the scholars of Candle and Sword are authorized to open the gates. In fact, only the scholars of Candle and Sword even know how to open the gates. Are you sure? It seems that you might only need to... What is this? How did you do that? Who trained you? I'm not sure. It just feels like that's how one would have opened it. You'll want to leave here soon enough. So apparently she can open the gate. That's interesting. Alright, anyways. So let's explore our town a little bit more. And as for the graphics, they're not the 100% the greatest, but I like them because the game is anime based. It's almost like a moving manga. So for me, the graphics are actually very fitting. They're coming from the sewer run. Okay, we got a couple slimes. We were supposed to check the market for troubles anyways, so I suppose this counts. And do you think we should help? From the lance, we shall drive these slimes back. Dear Lord, we have an obligation to these people to protect us as we protect them. So it's telling you how to do a lance. I don't need a tutorial on that, so I'm just gonna skip that because I don't need it. Alright, so when you start, you have reserves, and you have to put your lances into the battlefield or deploy them, and then we go. Alright, so there's 5 slimes. I'm going to basically beat up on this one right here first. One down. So everything functions in lances. As you can see, they're basically groups. After you've acted, you get to tell them which direction they're facing. That kind of reminds me of the Ogre Battles and Final Fantasy Tactics games, which is good to me. I love those games too. Alright. Glug glug splish. When you defeat people, they say things. So far, I think I've pretty much seen all of the stuff that they can say. It's not a whole lot. I will fear no evil. Blocked it. Didn't block that one. So, she's a student. Students don't really have any attacks. They heal. The wolf is basically a fighter. I believe the fairy is using dark magic, but I'm not 100% sure. I'll have to double check that. She's basically a knight in training, and she's obviously an archer. I haven't seen that fairy actually do anything. This may be with us. There's more of them. I didn't read that. My bad. Alright, so we finished that off. That was pretty easy. Gained some experience. Nobody gained any levels, though. Not yet. Thank you very much for helping us. Those slimes could have destroyed my whole stock. We would like you to have this. So, he gives you your first chunk of money. He gives you food, supplies, which is good. Your troops are more effective when they have a variety of food. We will remember that. Thank you. Now, please excuse us. We have other duties to attend to. The crystal tower is safe, and the market is safe. I guess it's time to report to Professor Kwame. So, before I go there, I'm actually going to see what the... She's a mender. Okay. So that's like a healer. So she's currently the healing class. I guess I can leave her like that for now. I can work with that. Alright, so here we go. Back to Professor Kwame. Alright, so we are now back. Professor Kwame. Hello, child. It's always a pleasure to see you. Are you done inspecting the crystal tower? Yes, Professor Kwame. The crystals are safe and doing their job. Curious, how do you know the crystals are doing their job? I don't know, I can just feel that the world is more solid up there. Interesting. Tell me, child, have you ever checked the trader? Have you checked the traders in the market? Yep. Yes, Professor Kwame, we went there and we saw a bunch of slimes coming up from the sewer. They were really gross and a little scary, but we defeated them. That is good news. I'm glad to see that you're safe. In the near future, we shall have to mount an expedition to clear all the slimes from sewers. But for now, you should go see your father. He has another task for you. Get a little bit more experience. Doo-doo-doo. Boop. There you are, my girls. How are you? How did the inspections go? All went more or less as expected, Father. The crystals in the tower are safe. And there was a little trouble in the market, but we took care of it. Glad to hear it. I know I can always trust you. Your mother would be so proud of you. Now, dear, please tell me, have you been keeping away from the world gate? Well, mostly. Father, about the gate, I need to know. Why are we not allowed near the gate? That is a fair question. I knew you would ask eventually, and I've been thinking about what to tell you. You're old enough to become daimyo now, and the daimyo needs to know everything about her governor. Therefore, I shall step down as regent, and you will take your mother's place as daimyo. And I will tell you everything I know about the gates. But to prove that you are ready to rule, there is one task you must complete. When that is done, we shall arrange your coronation, and I will tell you all I know about the gates. Very well, Father. What is this task? There's a bandit in the countryside by the name of Bellamy. He has been attacking merchants and tax collectors, and he needs to be dealt with. He was spotted most recently harassing Ellesmere to the southwest. First talk to Lucian here to get some equipment from the armory, and then head out to Ellesmere. Speak to the elders there and see if you can find where Bellamy went. After you have found Bellamy, return him to face justice. After that, we shall plan your coronation, and I will tell you about the world gates. Very well, Father. We shall return with this Bellamy and irons. Okay. So, you gotta go over to this guy, talk to him. He gives you some equipment. You're going out soon. His regency instructed me to give this to you from the armory. So, if you look on the right side, you got a short bow, hunter's vest, shepherd crook, initiate robes, mace, breastplate, spellbook, robes, wand, velvet. So, you get a whole bunch of basic equipment, but you don't get a whole... It's not a huge amount. It looks like it's a lot, but it's not. Your sister's waiting for you, little tiger. I know, Daddy. I just want to tell you before I go that I love you. Love you too, my little tiger. I don't want to keep your sisters waiting. And then this one's funny. Hello, Captain Lucian. How are you? All is well, just keeping your father out of trouble. You might want to know there's a spot of rust on your armor. There is not. Where is it? Before we go out to fight this Bellamy fellow, we should stop by the tavern, take some adventures with us. That's a good idea. First to the tavern, then to the countryside. Alright, so the first time I played this, I went straight to Bellamy and I got absolutely murder-faced. So, what I'm going to be doing is there will be some grinding and leveling, and basically I'm going to build myself at least a small army before we go there. So, I'm letting you all know that there will be some grinding to be done, but it's not bad. It's actually fairly entertaining. Welcome, welcome, Aya-sama, to my humble tavern. Can I get you something? So this is a shopping guy. You just look around. He shows you what you have. I'm just going to say look around. No thanks, just want to look around. My home is your home. You're always welcome here. My grandfather wouldn't be happy about me working here in Yori's tavern. He's still upset at seeing the Yamatai here in the Caladan mainland. He needs to move on. The Caladans and the Yamatai are both part of the Central Kingdoms now, so we would see Yamatai here anyways. See you later. Talk to this one. There's always... Okay. What do we have here? Someone looking for adventure. Yes, kind of. It seems you're not from around here. I'm Furuka Ayami, sister of Furuka Muyumi, daughter of the region of Sala and Aldin. Oh, my apologies. Oh, no. Please get up. Around here, I'm just Aya. And I'm looking for adventure. Or actually, I'm just trying to catch a bandit, but that's an adventure, right? Indeed, and I happen to have some friends who came with me all the way from Idahad in search of just such an adventure. So you get 5 adventures. Stay safe, though. Stay safe, but not too safe. What's the fun in that? And speaking of staying safe, I saw students upstairs who might be able to help you. Those students should all be trained in the use of healing salves and should be able to keep your troops fighting despite their wounds. Stay safe, but not too safe. Alright, so you go up here and you talk to this one. She's mad. Oh, these students of mine, what should I do? They're so impulsive and naive. Will you teach them a lesson for me? Not too harshly, though. Sure. Hand them over. So we get 3 students. There you go. I hope you have better luck with them than I had. Okay. So what we're going to do here is we're going to go to our lances. And we're going to rearrange them a little bit. So she's kind of good like this right now. I'm going to create a new lance. Going to stick Emmy the Forester on this one. I'm going to take at least 1 student in each one of them. The students are like healers, so they have a very important role. Not so sure. so usually, let's see here what I can do. Let's findangle around a little bit. Alright, so this student can go here. He doesn't have a whole lot of leadership, though. What about this guy? Nah. So all these guys don't have a whole lot of leadership, so I have to rearrange some things. The dog, or I mean the wolf, because he's a wolf, is worth 3. And so is this student. So if, actually no, the student's worth, yeah, 3. It's only worth 2 if I do it like that. So let's do this real quick. Are both the students worth 3, or is it just the one? Looks like both of them are worth 3. Okay, so I'm gonna keep the dog, or wolf brute, over here for now. I'm gonna stick these guys here. I'd like to get more in there, but I can't yet. So in the meantime, I'm actually gonna leave these guys on like a backup roll call type thing, because I could only put 2 of them in a group, and they're most likely gonna die if I do that. So, what is going on with my stinking windows? Alright, so I decided I should redo the lances a little bit. So I went ahead and put the wolf and the fairy with Emmy, and I'm going to give her one of the combat ones as well. I'm still left with this issue of basically, why is she not able to get another one? 2 of 5. Okay, I'm gonna do this. Wolf's going over here again. Still have 2 outliers that are waiting, but this way we have a healer and at least 2 fighters with each group. So that's what we're gonna do for now. I'll need the healers later anyways. That's not a big issue, but here we go. Alright, so from here, what I normally like to do is I'm going to pick up a bunch of food, because he gave you food earlier, but it's not really enough. So we're going to grab some of the food supplies, just like that, and be done with it. Alright, so this is the world map. You can rotate it around. You can't move around unless you're actually moving physically. And you move 3 spaces in an hour. So you move 3 spaces, then it makes an hour go by. Alright, so here's a looted wagon. We're going to go here and we're going to enter it, which basically means we're going to pick up what's left. Iron bar and a cabbage. And here's a fairy forest. Let's go to these. These are always good to go to. You don't have to fight anything here, which is nice. You just go into this little fairy forest. There's a little bunch of fairies running around. And there's a treasure chest. The treasure chest is kind of floating, but you get used to it. It's a newer game. They've, you know, that's a minor issue compared to some of the other stuff. Plus, it's got like little sparkly stuff, so maybe the fairies have it floating for a reason. So I got some decent stuff there. The bulb you need to essentially summon more fairies. The Goblin Patrol probably destroy me right now, so we're not going to worry about that. Let's see here. We're heading over in this direction. There's another fairy forest. Let's go ahead and grab that while we're at it. There's a bandit, an abandoned mine. The abandoned mines are also really tough, and so I'm not going to worry about those yet either. And you can actually walk around while it's loading, so I usually walk through these pretty quickly. The Enchanter's Wand, Fairy Wand, nice. We're getting some decent stuff already. What I'm trying to do first is I need to raise a little bit of an army, and we need to basically get going. So there are plenty of beasts to hunt in the wild. When you go hunting, be sure to bring a skinning knife. Without a good knife, you'll leave behind all the hides from the beasts you slay. I believe the blacksmith boy over there has some skinning knives he'd be willing to sell you. So that is the next thing I always do. I always like to come over here and get a skinning knife. I don't have enough, so let's see about selling some of these wands. So for example, you have this enchanter's wand. You don't actually need it just yet. So I'm actually going to sell that and buy the skinning knife with it, because we do need that. And that's all for there. Let's go ahead and back out. Yep. Okay, back out. And then this is the blacksmith. Lawn. You'll find plenty of merchants willing to outfit your army, but you'll find that the best equipment is custom made. Would you like to know more about crafting custom items? And yes, please. To craft an item, you'll need 4 things: a recipe, a tool, a materials, and a place to put it all together. My boy over there can sell you recipes and tools. Most materials you'll have to find on your own. We've had a shortage of iron here in town because of Bellami's attacks on the roads. But if you're brave enough, you might be able to find some good sources of iron in the valley's abandoned mines. You can find wood in the forest, and you can collect hides by slaying beasts in the wild. Once you have the necessary recipes, tools, and materials, come back. You're free to use my anvil anytime you like. So the anvil is a smithing crafting, and this makes leather working, which you will need both of those eventually. Right now we can't do anything with that. Then over here you have the druids. If you need some druidly supplies, I have some extra stuff. So he has the summon wolf, the pumpkin head, an earth seed, a druidic wand, and spring water. So the wand is your tool, spring water and earth seeds are materials, and then the ritual for pumpkin head and summon wolf are obviously recipes for making things. Isn't this little druid grove beautiful? Hello there, would you like to learn more about druid groves? Yes, please. Well, druidry is a very important part of Caladan life. And you can find other orders of druids all over the world. At special sites like the tree stump over there, druids can perform many useful services. We can make fairy blossoms bloom. We can add runes to your weapons to make them more powerful, and we can even hatch dragon eggs. If you find any druid recipes during your travels, please come back here and try them out. So this is the little druid grove right here. Obviously, so this is how we have the flower recipe. So like you see, we have the druid wand. You need a fairy bulb, spring water, and rune gears. When you click on crafting, all we have is a bulb. We don't have any of the other stuff. And the only place I found that I can get water right now is to buy it, but it's not that expensive, so it's not a big deal. Then you go further up here, and this right here is a big workshop. So it's got 3 crafting benches in it and a bunch of stuff. Right now it's also completely useless to us because we are too weak. So you got 3 guys here. Siak says he's been expecting us. Welcome to Ellesmere. I'm Siak, one of the village elders. Malcolm and Hamish are the other elders of the village council. Are there no women elders? Did they all die young? The women of the village contribute in their own way, but only men can be in the village council. Oh, but I bore you with the details. If you are here regarding Bellamy, please speak with Mr. Hamish. So this is Malcolm. Welcome to Ellesmere, my lady. I am Malcolm, the head of the town militia. I assume you're here to deal with Bellamy. Please speak with Mr. Hamish. Okay. Mr. Hamish. Ah, my lady, we've been expecting you. Thank you for coming. The bandit Prince Bellamy has been raiding our mines and farms. Please, you have to stop him. That's what we're here to do. Do you know where we can find him? He comes from Glenshire at the west end of the valley, but I doubt you'll find him just strolling around there. But I'd wager you can draw him out if you could defeat some of his roving bands. Excuse me for that. I can do that. We'll go defeat some of his bandits and see if that gets his attention. We'll get rid of him before you even know that we've left. Well, I doubt that, but you know. Alrighty. So we have bandits here. From what I can see, Looks like 3 groups. I'm not really willing to deal with that just yet. If I'm going to do some fighting, I want to go against... Well, actually, no, I should go against some bandits, but those ones are probably too many. So, early game like this, I'm very choosy on who I'm going to fight, because you don't have a lot of people. Like, see that small group of bandits right there? That's only 2 groups that I'd be willing to fight. So let's go kill this group right here. Alright, so we come in here, and as you can see, it's the same as usual. Let's just stick our people up here and start the battle. So it always starts as friendly turn. These are your groups. You can retreat by moving over there. Okay, so this is the battle with the bridge in it. And there's one enemy group. Looks like all archers, and there's the other enemy group. And that looks like a bunch of rogues. Or, well, they're not rogues yet, but I forget the name of the class that goes there. We'll get to those in a minute. Alright, so first let's move there. Move there. And move there. Ending turn. Now, it'll show you their movements, and it shows you who they're aiming at. So, the AI automatically aims at one of your groups and just starts heading towards them. Not too fancy, but it's all good. Now, right now, this battle, everybody's going to cross a bridge. But you can actually cross, you see where there's a tile right here? You can actually cross right there as well, in this little spot. So, in the future, when you have much bigger battles, that might be a thing. It might not. To be honest, I haven't gotten that far. We move as one! Now, Yumi is basically like the paladin. She says some... And she's also the daimyo that's going to be coming in. She says some interesting things. And a lot of times in the battle, the text actually goes too fast for me to read it. And, yeah. Not that that's necessarily a bad thing, but I figured I would throw it out there, so if I'm misreading them, or if I just straight don't read it, you know why. Alright, so we got the archers being kind of dumb. They moved up front first, so here we go, we're going to attack them. Missed. They're shooting back, though. So if you notice, we got our guys are taking some damage. Our little fairy's going to heal one of them, and we're going to keep going in here. So they didn't fight their last turn, and so they have a reaction. However, now that they reacted to this one, they don't have any more reactions, so we're just going to beat them up now. Which is our goal. We want to kill all these guys. Ending our turn. Alright, so they're attacking here. And they did not do very good. So they're retreating, and they're shooting at this one. Oh no. No, 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 no! They killed one of my peoples. Alright, I'm going to have her chase down these guys. As you can see, this game is very difficult in the early game. You are going to lose a lot of people. When you get a little bit bigger, it's kind of easier to level up your people and not lose them as much, but that's not here nor there. They're all ganging up on my archer. Shooting at that one. Now, Aya has not actually gone yet this turn, so she's going to actually get a heal right there. There we go. I think her name's Aya. So we killed Kiwi. So we finally got one of them. That's good. That means we're making progress. Slowly but surely. This battle will come to an end. And they don't have healers, so we do have the advantage on that aspect. It's not a huge advantage. It's getting there. Alright, we killed one of the archers. That's good. Another one's almost dead, so we're getting there. It's just taking a while. Alright, so now that these guys have been pushed around, they're going to focus specifically on this group that's chasing them. Alright, so we're getting close to killing another one of these guys. That one's dead. Alright, let's go and keep chasing these guys. That one's almost dead. And he blocked the attack, so. He ran across the river but didn't get to attack. Blocked and dodged, so she's going to finish him off. And that's a magic spell. I'm not really sure what spell it is, but, you know, it's all good. So you gotta move. See, when you move across this, you can't stand there, so they actually takes 3 movement. But this is the end of the last guy, so we're going to keep on going here. Ouch. Okay, I just lost another person. That makes me kind of grumpy. But, it's okay. We'll get there. Murdo, interesting name. So unfortunately we lost 2 of our adventurers, but we will survive. I can get more of them. So we got some money, we got some gear, and most importantly of all, the one thing that we needed the most was we needed our 3 main people to gain some levels. The reason being is as they gain levels, they get charisma. Charisma allows them to have bigger groups. Control increases the control or spellcraft. I'm going to go with control. Then we're going to go over here, white, bronze, marksmanship. I'm going to go with white. And then next one is blue, spellcraft, or healing. I'm going to do healing. So that's how you level up. And they gain... Each one of those cards gives them stats. So this is all their magical types. Well, this isn't just magic. This is also their focus. Okay, so black deals with like rogues and illusionists. Red deals with warriors or berserkers and warlocks. Bronze is gunners, alchemists. Green, rangers, druids. Blue is knights and mages. Whites is paladins and clerics. So it's kind of, you know, simple, at least for now. I haven't gotten to the end of it all. So leadership ability. This is a very good one to have. That leadership increases the amount of people you can have, obviously. Let's go ahead and get physical defense and magic, melee, or strength. I like strength, so let's go with that one. Emmy will get spirit is a good one, so is ranged attack at the moment. I'm gonna go with spirit first. Next one, ranger, is the next class that she's actually going to be, and we're gonna get ranged attack. So there you go. Back out to the main menu. Okay, so the wolf gained a level. The wolf, as far to my knowledge, only has 2 classes, so we'll work with what we've got for now. Okay, I'm gonna give you red. Going over here to Rose, the fairy. I like reaction healing burst is nice. That's defensive. Force field is nice. And let's go with physical defense, magical defense, physical defense. Alright, so those are the only ones who gained a level for now. And that's because they had experience from before. But if you notice, we are now down 2 of our adventurers. So it's 3 adventurers, 3 students. So, to fix this, if you notice, also, we have more leadership points in each of our groups. So for now, I'm going to take both of these and I'm going to stick them over here. One there and one there. To be honest, I'm actually, let's do this. I'm going to swap you out. I'm going to take the little fairy here, stick her back over here. Because I like that group set up like that. And we're actually going to head back to town now. Our hometown. Reason being is we have the ability and the need for more peoples. So that's what we're going to do. That's how I spend most of my early game, is just kind of building these up a little bit. If you guys would like to watch the whole process, I will be recording it and making episodes. But I will also make some episodes where I'm skipping the grind, essentially. So it's nighttime. So interesting thing about nighttime is at night, when you go into the Sunrise Falls, instead of being able to go where you recruit the normal people, was that guard that was in the inn where there was two guys in armor and a wolf, you actually go up here and you recruit the some rogues, which are called grifters, okay? And I could do that, or I could get 2 adventurers. So I'm going to actually go wait, because adventurers only cost 2,000. Grifters are a higher class, so they cost 3,000, which makes complete sense to me. But so we're gonna rest, and if you notice, so your people have a. This is like, these right here affect your people in battle. So the food ratio being completely full makes, you know, they have more morale. Being rested, obviously they're more rested. How it affects them in battle, I'm not completely positive. I haven't actually tested that out. Actually, before I do that, let's go to this guy, or the goblin. So the equipment guy is right here. He's this little goblin Frang. You want to buy equipment? I like to click I have concerns. So I have a lot of weapons and armor such for a little goblin. Where did you get it all? Why, you think Fang steal? Fang no steal. I didn't say that. Where did you get it from? Fang trader, Fang trade. Then the people you bought them from, where did they get it from? Good deal like sausage. Fang enjoy and no ask too much questions. I like Frank. He's hilarious. I'm pretty sure that he got it from the goblins who stole it from people, but I'm not going to go into that detail. It doesn't bother me. I think it's hilarious. So, I have a fairy wand. That's a good thing to actually have. That's actually powerful. It's good for your fairies. Let's see here. Let's go to... Okay, so we don't have a whole lot here at the moment. So I'm actually going to go ahead and exit. Frang's got good deals and stuff. I'm going to go over to Rose. In your main hand, I'm going to swap out to the fairy wand. So if you look at the stats, there's the sword, a bow, and a wand. So the sword represents melee damage, the wand represents magic, and the bow is obviously ranged. So if you go over here and you just hold the mouse over it, you can see the fairy wand is a lot better than the sproutling wand. So we're going to stick with that for now. And they have, the fairies have different clothes. That's based on their class, which is not really a big deal right now either. So we're going to head over to here, actually. Heading back over to this guy. If I were to sell stuff, let's see, we got consumables, crafting tools, recipes, and specials. So right now we don't really have a whole lot that we can sell. So we're just going to be getting our 2 adventures and going, which is kind of sad, but that's what we got money for. So these are your standard adventure guys that you hire people from. You can hire either males or females. I don't hire one of each because, you know, balance, I guess. And then going over here to the adventure girl, hiring this one. Alright, so that gives us 2 more adventurers. So we'll replace the ones that we just lost. They come with basic setup of equipment, and if you needed to change them at the beginning, they can change right here. So you can't actually go hire students, you just hire adventurers and then change their class. Ooh, so we're going to go into lances. Let's see here. That's kind of an awkward lance, but it's whatever. So we're going to take one of them and stick them here, and the other one and stick them over here. That's so they can gain some levels. We still need our people to gain levels. Primarily Emmy here actually needs to gain a level because, yeah. So there's our current setup. I'm going to go ahead and save the game. Go back to the main menu. And this is where I start the grind. And the reason being is if we would go to fight Bellamy right now, we would get mercilessly obliterated. So if I remember correctly, there was like 5 or 6 groups in Bellamy, and they're all the way up to job class 3. So we would get destroyed. So the idea is that they want you to basically build yourself up a little bit. So wolf packs are not too bad. I'm going to go out and find slimes, because slimes are the easiest thing to kill early game. That they don't give you anything really worth selling, but they give you experience, and that's what we're after right now. We need the experience, and we don't want our people to die. So I'm going to fight slimes. Alright, here we go. For the beginning, I'm actually going to kind of cheat on this group, and I'm just going to have her shoot from the distance rather than attack everything that moves. Alright, where are these slimes? Oh, okay, so it's this battle again. There's a slime right there. And the rest of them are probably over here. This is the usual area up here where everything kind of starts. So, alright, you're going to go over here. And you're going to follow her. These two right here can take on a group. This one right here should be able to take on a group of slimes by itself. So we're going to move her as the main group. Main lance. And the other ones are moving over here. Slimes only move 2 spaces. And once you get an alchemist, you can actually start getting your own slimes. Actually, instead of what I was going to do is I was going to have her shoot from a range. I don't really need to do that. I'm going to do that for the first turn here. But I don't really need to do that because I have a healer in the group. So this group should be okay. But for now, we're going to actually move to here. Shoot, and then next turn we'll get in melee. Because I do want this adventurer to gain levels as well. And the problem with doing the range like that is the only one who gains experience is the archer. They're attacking the fairy. Fairy used force field. So, I'll be honest, this is the first time I've ever actually seen any of them use force field. Not really sure how it works, but that's okay. In we go. So the archer shoots at melee, as well as the student attacks. Or not the student, but the adventurer. So students gain help or gain experience by healing. Everything else gains experience by attacking or using their abilities. There's some that don't really heal either. See who he decides to attack. I should say. It's a slime. Okay. And the other 2 are here at the bridge. Oh, there's more than 2 up here. Okay. That might be somewhat of an issue. She will need reinforcements. So let's go ahead and get that on the roll. Archer is doing the most damage right now. I'm going to move you up here. I'm going to have you hold. So if you push H, it automatically uses the hold. I'm pretty sure M and R automatically use melee and ranged. I'm not sure. I haven't exactly tested it. I will at some point during my grind here, but I haven't really had much need to swap between the 2 either. So, yeah. Alright, so moving up here. Alright, let's see what this group can do. So the magic obviously hits. 3 adventurers rolling in charge, and we have 2 people to heal when things go south. So that guy just got hit, healed instantly. Missed, hit, and healed instantly. So that's why the bigger groups tend to be slightly more effective. She's moving up, and that's the end of this turn. So here we go. Slimes are going to continue to attack them. As you can see, when they hit your main person, she has a massive health pool, so they don't do almost anything to her. Enraged. Doo-doo-doo. That's a reaction the wolf has, and basically it increases his attack damage for a couple turns. Okay, so you need to come up here. In you go. Devastated. Alright, we killed one. Good to go. You're fighting your own thing right here. Let's keep going. This one actually might go around here. But right now where that one's at, she can, they can move 2 spaces and attack regardless of where this slime goes. So he can either go here, there, so she can attack this one, or she can attack him when he moves. Problem is right now this group's kind of in a little bit of issue. Bunch of dodging and blocking is good though. Okay, so it moved there to attack them. In you go. Arrow did some pretty good damage. Okay, you attack the student, so he's just gonna heal himself. Interesting choice. Alright, there you go. This group is pretty much done for at this point. Okay, they're not done yet, but they're getting it. So when they're down like that, they're kind of weak. Everything when they get real low on health has like their hurt stance that they change to, which is kind of cool. Small group with 2 healers is immune to everything. Alright, there we go. There we go. And that one's down. That leaves just those 2 slimes left. It won't take long to finish this off. But as you can see, easy experience. This is why I'm going slimes first. Because the experience is something that we all need. I like how they jump up and they get all happy and start cheering. So over here you get runny ichor, weak acid, and corrosive slime. Those are actually materials to make your own slimes, which is very good. Always nice. Okay, so nobody gained a level. The slimes are not exactly very tough opponents, but that's okay. We need that because we need levels. This battlefield's a little bit smaller than the other ones, and personally I like it because the fact that it is so small means the battle happens pretty quick. So this group of slimes, I see 4 groups again. Alright, so first things first, I'm actually going to take you up here. And you'll get the option to retreat. I'm staying and fighting because we're not actually after the retreat right now. I want you to hold. And you're going to head over this way. Okay, that's what I thought was going to happen. I thought this one was actually going to move into attack, but it did not. So we're good. Alright, so she's actually going to need to move up and around. She's going to go over here to attack this one. For now, I'm half tempted to actually fall back 1 space. But it actually, yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Now we're staying and fighting. And then we're holding and going like this. Alright, so we actually end up countering attacking this one. Because we haven't fought yet. Which is good. Bunch of experience. This group's getting close to leveling up a bunch. There comes that other group. Aya's getting attacked. I'm not sure why she's facing this direction. I must have messed up when I was clicking direction facing. But that's okay. So Aya's going to actually finish off this group real quick. And then she's going to get ready to go kill this group. This guy's going to come over here. And this one's going to go here. Alrighty. And ending turn. So we're going to start with this group is attacking them again. That one's actually coming in to attack her from the rear. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move here and attack here. There you go. And you get to kill them. They're probably not going to survive this round, but this group won't anyways. Oh, they did. What do you know? Alright, here we go. And here we go with this group. Alright, let's get this on. Let us finish quickly. Hey, don't do that. Alright, so we almost killed one of the slimes now. Up here in this group. We did kill one of them. Good. Let's see how are these guys doing. One more down. Alright. So this group's done. Let's kill this guy. Alright. Only one group of slimes left. And they're not doing too well. Pretty much that's that. Alright. We got some more slime materials. Which at the moment I'm okay with. We got some more levels. This is one thing. This is what we were looking at. Alright, so dealing cards. I'm gonna go Spellcraft and blue. Yeah, let's do that. Spellcraft. And bronze. Alright, Yumi is a cadet. She's on her way to becoming a knight. So, and a mage, actually. She could do that too. Huh. Knight, there's the knight. Let's go here. Let's get the blue. Emmy the Forester, on her way to being a druid. Well, first she's going to be a ranger, then she's going to be a druid. Oh, I missed the leadership card. Oh, that's kind of sad I did that. Right, who else gained levels? Okay, the wolf. Do. Physical defense is always good. Leadership is good. Strength is good. So it wasn't the fairy, but it was the adventurer over here gained a level. And so let's see here. Spellcraft is good. Green. Grifter is the rogue. So I'll go with black. And who's next? It was another adventurer that gained a level. Alright, so we got red. We've got Forester and Grifter. Let's go ahead and get the Grifter class. And then that's black. Alright, so we're returning to the game. Let's see here. So we can kill some more slimes. There's a group of bandits over here. So if I push escape real quick, we only have 1,000 florins. So we do need more money. And so we will have to kill some bandits at some point. At the problem though, I still want some more levels before we do that. Because my people are still kind of weak. And they need more levels, they need bigger groups. The bigger groups needs money, but the levels are required for pretty much everything. So, let's see here. We got a slime here. Got a slime over there. Doesn't look like there's one here. So that means the others are all... Oh, they're right here. Okay. So you are actually positioned perfectly. Let's go ahead and get the battle started. Some good damage dealt there. You almost killed one on the very first round, which is good. It's just a sign that we're improving. Just had someone level up. Alright, so you're gonna move over here, and I'm gonna have you just straight up shoot that one. A solo slime is not really something I'm needing for experience. So we're gonna come in here, we're actually gonna gang up on these guys and try and kill them real quick. Didn't do a whole lot. Alright, so changing from range to melee, and we're gonna kill this guy. Finish him off. Then we're gonna continue to gang up on this one. Because it should be dead by the end of this round. Boom. If you notice, we're starting to get more powerful. We're wiping the floor with them a lot faster. So that's a good sign. It means we're going to be doing better. If you notice, the fairy just used healing burst, which is a reaction. So that can show you how healers can actually get really good to the point where they have healing burst, but they still have their movement, so they can actually heal twice in a defensive situation. Nice. Took out one right away. Let's go ahead and hit this again. Critical hit. Obliterated him. Wolf is coming in. He's coming in. We literally almost took that entire group out in one turn. Alright. Let's go ahead and focus on this group. Nice damage. Ooh, they got a big hit on that one. Alright, so we're going to finish you off. And then this group's going to walk up here and destroy this guy. Get some heavy damage in here. If anything, it'll help prevent them from killing one of my people at the start of the next round. But I'm not sure if it'll work that way. Yep, they're going to attack this one, which is nice. We almost lost an adventurer. But we are mopping the floor with these guys a lot faster than we were before. And that's that. More ichor, slime. So the weak acid slime is actually used as a material. The corrosive slime is actually basically a slime weapon. Some more levels. This is good. We like levels. Leadership is always good. Marksmanship is good. And dodge is good. Alright. Back out here. The wolf gained a level as well. He's got physical defense, strength, and red. I'm going to get red. Then there's block, which is good. And then physical defense, which is good. Alright, so this adventurer, Mukhtar, I can't pronounce that. If anybody can pronounce that, please let me know how in like the comments below. That would be very nice. Thank you. Alright, so Forester, Grifter, and Warrior. So those are the 3 classes that an adventurer can learn how to use. And if you actually go out here, it'll tell you. They become Warriors, Foresters, and Grifters. So when you select your class, it gears them towards that. So Warriors are red, Foresters are green, Grifters are black. So as long as your character is an adventurer class, they will get red, black, and green. And they will lose white, blue, and bronze. But that doesn't mean they can't double back and eventually get better. In the long run, if you learn all the classes, and this is a hypothesis, I haven't actually tested this out, but they will get a lot stronger. They will have more for each color type. Like I said, I haven't tested that out though. I haven't gotten far enough to actually test that out. Alright, so we're returning to the game. I'm going to go do one more group of slimes before we get over here and start taking out... Actually, we might go ahead and do 2 more. Let's go ahead and kill this one, then we'll kill that one, then we're going to head over here and get some bandits. Alright, let's go. Okay, so we got a slime... Got 3... Okay, so all the slimes are actually up this time. You can head around here. Well, alright, I want you to head here. Have you head there and hold facing that direction, and you're going to head here and hold facing that direction. There we go. We'll see where they go. I knew one of them was going to come around here. I did not want to send her around there in case all 3 of these groups just kind of collapsed on them. That would actually be pretty bad. This group would probably get wiped out. Alright, so main combat group is doing good. Alright, you guys can go here. That's not good. But healed anyways. Alright. So they're doing okay. Boom boom. And let's kill them off. Destroyed. Almost completely. You're gonna regret that. Okay. Probably will, but I don't know if they really have that much consciousness to do that. So I think the way the force field works is you take the normal damage the first round, and then the force field helps prevent damage from happening after that. Probably completely. I'm not 100% positive. Alright, so you are going to kill this guy. I need you to kill at least 1 or 2 of them. Thank you. Nice. And she said this is what you get for messing with my sisters. Alright, so we did a little bit of damage there. Seemed we missed a lot. That's okay. You're stupider than you look. Well, not really sure how intelligent a slime is supposed to look, but okay. I'm just gonna go with it. So you can attack this one. Merble, merble. She's gonna head down here. teach them a lesson. Very nice. Very nice indeed. Alright, and then this group will finish off this one. Merble bloop. Merble. I find it interesting that slimes talk, but that's cool too. It's probably more supposed to be like sound effects, like, but yeah, dude. Hey, don't do that. Glug glug splish, merble. Glug glug splish. Blurble poof. Did it again. I think it's supposed to be like blurgle, but I'm not really sure. Bring it on. Alrighty. That was the end of that group. More slime stuff. The slime stuff, I could technically sell it, but that's not what I'm going to do because it has a good use later on. Alrighty, next slime. If anyone's curious, I'm tired because I stayed up all night, which I should not have done, but I did it anyways. Mainly, I had to do work, so. It's the unfortunate side of being a YouTuber. Move you up here. And then move you here. Oops. Okay, here we go. So they're coming in from there, there, and there. And there. Okay, so there's two groups over here. I'm going to have her move here real quick. First initiative on this guy. Didn't do a whole lot to us. Merble, bloop splosh. Alright, you're gonna head this way. Might actually be a bad decision, but we'll find out. Yeah, that's a lot of slimes. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to have this one's going to move here and attack this group. Didn't do a whole lot. The wolf is now enraged. Alright, you're going to head up here. Pew pew. Alrighty, that's what we're talking about. And these guys are going to keep on going here. And we wipe the floor with that group. That group is now done. Do-do-do. Oh, nice. We blocked all of their attacks. Dodge. We had that was like an amazing defense roll there. Alright, so the wolf, as you can see when he's enraged, does massive damage. Let's finish this one off. He blocked, or she. It. We gained a level. They're attacking. The only downside is when we don't have anybody actually get hit, our healers don't gain levels. Wolf does huge damage. Adventurer comes in, does not finish it off. She gets to go in. Leave no survivors. Well, you guys definitely wiped them out. Whether we live unto the Lord. Whether we die unto the Lord. And they're done. So that is the end of our slime hunting. Alright. And this is all the time we've got for today, so thank you for watching. This has been Takahitsu from Takahitsu Gaming. If you liked what you saw, please hit the thumbs up. If you want to see more, please subscribe. If you want to know when I'm releasing new episodes, please hit the bell icon. If you guys have any comments, concerns, anything you wish to share with me, please leave a comment below. I will get back to them as soon as possible, and I will see you next time. Have a good evening.